So the hammer has fallen on EA as their stock has dropped 8.5% through the end of day Tuesday, and this is compared to the S&P 500's 2% gain. This has wiped out about $3.1 billion of shareholder value for EA, and when you look at their competitors Take-Two and Activision Blizzard, their shares are up 5% and 0.7% respectively during the same time period. Now, this was quoted from CNBC.com. They released an article today talking about the fall of EA and the fall of their stock. I will link the article in the description below if you want to read through it yourself. It's pretty crazy to see just how big of a fall EA has taken because of this Battlefront 2 controversy and because of the loot crates. And they also talked about how Star Wars Battlefront 2, comparing it to Star Wars Battlefront 1, has declined 61% in terms of physical game sales. And that's absolutely crazy because if you think about it, Battlefront 1 wasn't a good game. No matter how much the fanboys of Star Wars want to protect it and say it was a good game, it didn't have a campaign. The multiplayer was mediocre. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 had a campaign, and there was so much hype around it with the Star Wars name that it's selling less than Battlefront 1 right now is absolutely crazy. And I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that only fanboys are going to protect this game or are going to say that Battlefront 1 was a good game. But in reality, it wasn't a good game with all the features that it was lacking, and you're paying a full price tag for it. So this crazy decline right now today with their stock has to do with obviously the Battlefront 2 controversy, but it also has to do with the dying business model that EA is running. So basically, they have created their games as services, and on top of paying that $60 price tag, you're not getting the entire game. You're going to have to pay more money to really receive everything and get the full value of the game. Last year, the microtransactions through games like FIFA and through all of their sports games, through their Ultimate Team modes, generated the company $800 million in high profit margin sales. Now that's absolutely absurd to think about all the money they're making off these microtransactions. So obviously they were going to try to import these microtransactions and these type of services to other games like Battlefront and like Battlefield 1. And clearly it's not paying off, especially with the governments coming out and looking down on them and saying that these need to be fixed now before the government has to step in and regulate it. And honestly, I don't think it would be good if the government did come in and regulate it, because personally, I don't really think that governments regulating things like this will really benefit the game, because it will put in all these sanctions that game developers will have to follow strictly, and they could force them to leave out things that they would have put in that would have actually benefited the game and made it better for the user. But if they don't fix these microtransactions and they don't fix these loot crates and they don't fix these gambling mechanisms that they have in the games, it's inevitable. And at the end of the day, I see that if they don't do it, then somebody will have to step in. But hopefully this is such an eye-opening thing for all of these game companies out there, and that they don't create loot crates and they get rid of these gambling mechanisms, and that they go back to making games where you're paying full price and you're getting a full game. Now the backlash of this and the effects of this isn't just going to stop at EA, because I was reading today about Destiny 2 and how they're not doing their stream for the latest expansion in the game because of all the complaints and backlash they've been getting about how bad Destiny 2 is really after you get to level 20, and how easy it is to find rare items, and how you can pretty much pay to win because you can buy the coins to purchase the best weapons and the best armor and all that stuff. With Destiny 2, I completely understand this. I played the game for about a month. I bought it for $50 when I pre-ordered it from E3, and I played it for about a month. It was fun. I had a great time. The mechanics are there. The environments are there, and it's fun to play with friends. But as soon as you hit level 20, it's really easy to continuously get more power, to get more weapons, and it just really gets boring and old really, really fast compared to Destiny 1, where it was really hard to get all of these things and you would put so much time into it. But after putting a lot of time, you get such a big reward that it kind of made it fun, especially when you were playing with friends. But Destiny 2 doesn't have any of that, and I just really didn't like the game, so I sold it pretty much a month after. I sold it for about 40 bucks, so it's not bad. I paid 10 bucks to play it for a month, so I'm okay with that. But the backlash towards Destiny now and Bungie, because of the microtransactions and people being able to pay to win with this game, is hitting them as well. And it's going to continue to hit game developers and game companies all over the world because of these gambling mechanisms, and because the world is waking up to it, and because, again, this is hitting mainstream media. Once the shit hits the fan, and once this hits mainstream media, investors take notice, and once the bottom line starts getting affected, companies are going to make changes, and that's just something you can almost guarantee. So it looks like a bright future for gaming, and hopefully these gambling mechanisms and these loot crates will fully be out of it in the future. It's just crazy to see how the hammer is dropping so hard on EA after all of these years and after all of these business practices and after all of the exploitation to gamers they've been doing with these business practices. So this is good news for gamers around the world who are looking to get rid of these microtransactions and who don't want to see these in games anymore. Let me know if you guys are excited about this, if you're happy to see this happening to EA, and what you think about this entire situation in general. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.